I do, for sure.
What can he do for that line with Cousins and Quinn to just get in there?
Yeah, it's we took a look at it. I don't know if we're convinced we're going to use, but that was what we wanted to see today. Speed, one of the strongest guys we have on the puck, was really playing well. Coming out of his injury. So, it could be a look that the Panther team is hard. They're heavy. They're physical. It could create a little bit more forecheck pressure for us.
Is that something that you think that Dylan and Jack need is somebody that's a little bit more straight line, a little heavier?
There was good parts of their game last night where they were in opportunities. I mean, if you want to look at the game-winning goal, if it wasn't for Quinn driving the back post, we don't score that goal. So there was a lot of good inside, quite a few plays. Empty net goal too, which, I thought they did a good job on that part of it. You're just looking, to catch a little bit of fire with, what could be a good line.
How do you work with a young player when it comes to shift lengths and knowing when to change? Just that detail, because it can matter.
You know how I work with it? I go like this. That's how we deal with it. And they know that means, it must be out here a little too long. So, if we're going to play a fast game, that is our game. That is the identity we want. You've got to realize that probably when you've gone up, back, and up, your shift is over. One area that I didn't like early on was some of our changes were horrendous because we stayed on the ice too long. We've really cleaned that part of our game up. I think every guy in that room understands when I've said 40 to 45 seconds, that should be max, unless you have one of those ones where you've got stuck in your own end, which will happen maybe once a game. But the understanding is, you've got a short period of time to do your work at a really high rate. So if you're not tired after 40 to 45 seconds, I'm assuming you haven't done too much.
How about it doesn't seem like they're gliding as much to the bench either. You got them skating to the bench. Did you get on them about that you don't want to see them gliding to the bench?
I said early on in the year we had some horrendous changes that gave up opportunities and goals. So first of all, finish your shift. If you put yourself in a bad place, finish it. Second, if you are making a change and it looks like a tight one, it is one of those ones where you can coast. That extra second may put us back in good position.
How's Owen feeling after yesterday?
It was debatable whether he would get out this morning. And our medical staff thought it would be okay if he got out. I believe he's doing better. He got through practice. But we know playing against the Florida team, we need 100%. We don't need, last night put us in a little bit of a jam with only 5D, but I thought the 5D played really well in the third period.
Was it an injury or illness for him?
Illness.
You mentioned the 5D. Just curious, with that Clifton-Samuelson pairing, how key were they really in that third period, being able to lean on that pairing?
Yeah, they gave us a real solid third period. I thought, I think sometimes the D, they like it when there's only 5 to get more ice time. They're not, they're going every second time and then they get a shift off. But that pairing did a nice job. I thought our third period was really solid.
Rasmus, he got injured early in camp. When did he start looking more like himself to you?
I think the first signs were maybe 3 games ago, where he really started to skate and really started to get involved, and he looks more like himself now. And I thought last night was besides not shooting it on the power play that ended up costing us, I thought his skating and his breaking pucks out was very good.
What makes Alex Tuck so effective taking pucks away from players in the offensive zone?
Reach. You know, I think his skating is really. I mean, he can track people from behind. So his reach and his skating is probably the biggest quality when it comes to that.
Is that a very unique skill to have to hunt pucks like that?
It's something that you have to take a lot of pride in if you want to get good at it, because it takes extra effort too. You know, you can be that tracking guy and be a foot away, but you can give that extra 1 or 2 strides and get in position to take a puck away. So it's combined. It's work. It's reach. It's a skill that I think he's learned to acquire.
How do you feel about face-offs? I know it was a bit of a struggle point yesterday for a few guys. Is it?
You know, we broke down the face-offs. There was a big part of the face-offs I would throw on our wingers, the 50-50, the ones that were laying it around the face-off circle afterward. They weren't clean losses. It was a loss whether we were going to get to it first or they were going to get to it. So, you know, when they got to it, they got the win. I just think, you know, the face-off's like a line of scrimmage. You've got this 1 second to be the guy that can help. I thought we went by a couple pucks as wingers. But every day working on face-offs and going to continue. We've had good games. We've had games where, you know, one centerman has had a really tough night that has really knocked the numbers down. Just got to continue to get better. When you're chasing the puck off of face-offs, it's probably 10 seconds before you get it back again versus you having it and getting to do something with it.